Feeling like the damage is done and you have no idea how to get your sparkle back? Or maybe you never had a chance to sparkle? Then this episode is for you. I will give you 5 ways to rebuild your confidence after any kind of abuse. Hey queens, welcome to But Still She Thrives. Do you want to stop getting caught up in that wicked web of a creepy, crawly narcissist? Do you find yourself up late at night replaying the abuse you put up with and wondering how you can heal now? Do you wake up hoping for healthy relationships and peace only to feel totally exhausted and mind-effed? Girl, I see you! I'm Christy. I too had to disconnect from toxic people in my life, and I wished I could undo the damage. I felt ashamed, lonely, and kind of lost. But I'm a stubborn Italian, and I refuse to give up. I found ways to recalibrate my mind and body more quickly than I thought, and can now share them with you. In this podcast, you will find coping tools, healing methods, and confidence boosters so you can trust yourself and find peace and freedom. So shields up, ladies. Let's go protect our peace. Are you feeling lost after post-narcissistic abuse? I'm your girl. I got you. This is my specialty. Go check out ways to work with me at www.christyjade, that's CHRISTY, jade.com. Click on Work With Me and find all the fun ways you can work with me, whether it's one-on-one coaching or a pre-recorded boundaries course. All right, so today we're talking about confidence. I have an interesting relationship to confidence. Maybe some of you can relate to this. I was a class clown. I was energetic, I'm loud, I'm outgoing, and I think a lot of people take that as like, oh, she's so confident, right? I will tell you this. I had very low self-esteem in many parts of my life. Maybe not every single one, but many parts of my life growing up. And that can often be a result of living in some sort of abusive environment where you are maybe dismissed or don't feel good enough, or to the deeper level of emotional, physical abuse. So it was a just very interesting relationship I had with it. As I've gotten older and gone through therapy, I've developed what we call real confidence, where I'm not cocky, but I've realized I am worthy, just like everybody else in this world. So we'll have a whole other episode on confidence in general, but these are 5 ways to build confidence. So let's dig in. Number 1, self-care. No matter what that mofo made you feel about yourself, and maybe they made you feel like you do not deserve to care for yourself or put yourself first, that's BS. So no matter what you feel like you deserve, you have to start prioritizing yourself. That means positive self-talk, giving yourself grace, eating healthier, not gobbling down bottles of wine and brownies. Maybe I did that at one point. How we treat our bodies completely affects our minds and vice versa, right? So we've got to do the physical and the mind-body parts as well. That is the physical. Mind, body, spirit. You know what I'm saying? So after I knocked out abusive people out of my life and started working out 4 times a week, just that alone, I felt like a new person. So if you feel like you don't have the motivation, like that sounds great, Christy, that's cool. I don't have the motivation to work out 4 days a week. Well, you need to do the 5-second rule, which will be my next episode. It's a mini episode. I'm actually sneaking a little bonus episode in this week, so look out for it. If you are not subscribed, that is the way to be notified of my episodes, so as they come out. So go hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, so you'll get a notification for that later this week. Number 2, let yourself finally be you. When you have lived walking on eggshells and trying to please that person or those people, you never even had your chance to have your true identity, like your true self. Like, what do you want? What is your path? You've been living for other people. Or if, let's say, you had a honky-dory upbringing and then entered a relationship with someone abusive, maybe you lost it. You lost your identity. You lost who you were. You lost your sparkle, right? So either way, it's you 2.0 now. Like, you back. You're a queen. Let's do this. What lights you up? Try different things. Take classes. Build new friendships with like-minded people. I found a completely new me that resulted in the icing on the cake of attracting like a whole new tribe. And that was just by organically doing the things that I was really interested and setting boundaries and all of that stuff. So I naturally built a more positive community around me by doing that. Speaking of boundaries, Number 3, set boundaries without guilt. I'm the queen of this now. I used to set boundaries, but I would feel really guilty after. That is no longer the case, which is an amazing feeling, and you will get there. But finally give yourself permission to say no, or what I like to think of it as saying yes to the things that are meant for me in my path, right? So you got to evaluate and set your priorities, which is what I do with my clients, like first thing. So then you know, what are my priorities? And when you say no, it's not full of guilt, because you're doing what is your priority, and in my case, God's priority as well. So you can write a list of things you desire and prioritize them, and build your boundaries that keep the things and people that you do not want in your life out. So check out my show notes. That's in the little podcast description in Apple or whatever platform you're listening on. There should be a description underneath each episode, and there will be a link to my course that can help you with setting boundaries, keeping them, all of that without guilt. Number 4, get support. Whether it is a therapist or a life coach like me that truly understands what a deep effect, essentially, abuse has. Some people just don't get it. You know, they may read it in a book. I highly suggest someone, whether it's me or someone else, somebody who has actually gone through abuse themselves, to really empathize with you because they've been through it. So definitely look for that when you are seeking support. I mean, you've been through hell, okay? And there are people out there that understand it. You're not alone. You are not alone. It's way more common than it should be. So you're not alone. And somebody that you can trust, you can build a relationship, can help you walk through that fire, right? That you might still be, you're kind of walking out of, but you're still feeling the heat. Get to the other side, so then you can truly thrive. And I promise you can thrive even if you do not feel like it right now. So today, get yourself a nice little notebook, a cute little pen, and write out what you desire. Anything from hobbies you want to try, to the type of friendships you want in your life, to dyeing your hair a new color, booking a vacation. Write it all down and start working toward one of those things today. Think, what can I do today to add a little bit of light into my life? Baby steps, right? It's through the small steps that we create entirely new and thriving lives. So I'd love to know what you're working on. You can join my free Facebook group. Again, they're in those little show notes. My link to my Facebook is always there. And go in the group, introduce yourself, whatever, and post what you think would be a great addition to you 2.0. That's the new fabulous queen you. If you aren't subscribed to this podcast, once again, hit the subscribe button, and then I will see you in the next episode. And don't forget, you are amazing, you are worthy, and you should be treated like a queen. Smooches and deuces. If you are loving this podcast but want a little more customized guidance, go to my website at www.christyjade, that's CHRISTY, jade.com, and go to the Work With Me tab to find ways you can work with me. I would love to help you. Also, don't forget to look in the show notes, aka the description of this podcast, for any related links that I mention and more Christy Jade fun.